Hello, everybody. Hello, my dear friends and followers and groupies, and also to you, new people coming to today Ask the Expert. Today, talking about source citations on the MyHeritage website. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you want to communicate with me, feel free, as many others are already doing in the question panel right there in your screen. I will be reading your comments. I will try to read your comments during the presentation, or at least I will save them for later. If you are watching this as a recording, thank you very much for being here, and stick till the end. You will find a way to answer also your questions as well. My name is Daniel Horowitz, and I'm the genealogy expert at MyHeritage, contacting genealogy societies, bloggers, and media. Also, I like to lecture either virtually like this or in conferences around the world whenever it's possible. I'm dedicated to genealogy since 1986. Seems like it's not a secret anymore, but in the meantime, I was also the teacher and study guide editor of a family history project searching for my roots in Venezuela for 15 years. I'm also involved in a lot of digitization and transcription projects, and I volunteer my time to the Israel Genealogy Research Association. So, as you already know, or if not, you will know right now, this is more than a presentation, a hands-on. So right now, let's jump directly into the website to learn how to do source citation. And just let me start from the very basics because, again, I am a genealogist and I love for everybody to become a better genealogist. What is a source citation? Is no other thing than the place or the source for the information that you have for your family tree. Now, and it can be any piece of information, any fact on your family tree should have a source citation. I'm talking about, of course, the names, the dates, the places, the events, everything. So how do you put a source citation to those facts on the tree? Actually, very easy. As you can see, I'm starting from the tree view and I am selecting to edit the details of the person, and I was planned to go here and say edit more. That is one way, because the idea is to reach or to get to this advanced page to save information about this person. And I will show you in just a few more minutes another way to get up till here at least. Now from here, and this is what most of the times I do, I will go straight to all facts. In here, I will be able to review whatever details I know about this person. In this case, I know his birth year and I know his death year. It seems that I don't know a lot about this guy, but you know what? I just found out that he was born in England. So I am going to start typing England. Okay, and I don't know the city, so I'm just going to stick with England. This is the fact that I know. And definitely, I want to add a source citation. I want to record where I heard this piece of information. Now, most of the sources for most of the genealogies are actually records, are documents. It could be another website, but I want to open your minds because not necessarily we need to stick to the documents and the books and the records. I'm going to go with the most banal of all the facts. This was said to me a couple of days ago in a dinner by Uncle Tom. Yeah, we were talking about Joseph Jansen, and he said, well, I do remember that he was born in England. So, how do I add that? I am going to choose add a source citation right here, right below that fact. And every fact that you will add to your family tree will have this option to add a source citation. Okay, let's see what I am being asked here. Well, I'm being asked about the source and the citation. Let's go with the citation first. I remember he was born in England. Now, because this is something somebody said, I will write it, okay, just like this. Just so I know that these were exactly his words and this is Uncle Tom Jansen. Okay, but that is not a proper way to write the source citation. I need to put a source. Now, I may have some sources already recorded or already created previously. I'm going to choose to create a new source because as you can see here, I don't have Uncle Tom as a source. So let's add a new source. Okay, and let's see. A new source is the source title. Well, I have a few ones that I have created here for my own genealogy, and the browser is remember, but I am going to uh, write here just Uncle Tom Jansen. Okay, and I'm pretty sure yet that I have uh, spelled over there. Oh, okay, all fine. Now, abbreviation. I could create an abbreviation, but I'm going to leave it blank for now. Author. Author is in case that this is taken from a tree. I'm sorry, not from a tree, but from well, from a tree or from a book or any other place. I'm going to say that Tom Jansen is the author because he's the one that said to me. Publisher, there is no publisher, but he didn't publish that in a memoir. If I will be reading memories written by somebody in the family, I will use the publisher and the agency, and then a description for this source. So I can either say here that Uncle Tom is the brother of my father or mother or cousin, or I can say here that this was told to me during the dinner, but this is more a description for the source, not for the citation. So let's say that this could be the description of an archive, or a place in the archive, well, the shelf where a book is, or the information about the microfilm. The main goal of a source is to allow you, primarily, or any other person that is having access to your family tree, to go straight to that source to reproduce what you have done to find the information. That is also why I very much recommend to add also a photo of that document. In this case, of course, Uncle Tom, I didn't took a picture and he was just telling me. I may have also a recording, and yes, that will probably be very accurate if I have a recording, even done with my phone or something like that. I could add that recording here. Again, the main idea is to be as truth to the source and allow other people to reproduce. So if I can record Uncle Tom saying what he was telling me, I can actually upload it here and allow that recording to be heard by other people as well. Okay, so I'm just going to click OK. And there is, before that, there is one difference that I normally do when I work with sources, and this is definitely on my own experience. Like if I would go with tombstones, I will have a source that will say tombstone, and I will not add the photo of the tombstone here, but I will add it back here in the fact. If this will be a document, a birth certificate, it will probably not be as generic as a tombstone. It will be the birth certificate of Joseph Jansen. And in fact, on the names, I would write it Jansen Joseph birth certificate, because that way I have all the Jansens information right next to the other, because when I sorted, the last name will be the first word, then the first name. So I will have all the documents of Joseph Jansen, all one after the other, and then the document or the type of document that I have. Okay, so let's create the source. I already created, so I will be able to select it here, Uncle Tom Jansen, although you don't see it, is right there selected. If this was a website, I can definitely type and put here the URL of the website where I found this information. And another thing is to say how confident this information was. Well, in this case, this is direct and primary evidence because, no, actually secondary evidence, because Tom Jansen is telling me that he remembers that Joseph was born in England. If this is Joseph himself telling me that that he was born in England, it will be direct or primary evidence. It's my understanding that if this is the birth certificate, it will be also the primary evidence. There are many books and material that will guide you better than this. Now, if Uncle Tom after dinner had a couple of glasses of wine, probably that will be questionable reliable of evidence or unreliable evidence or estimated data. But that is up to you to decide. Now on the date, I put here the date of today, the date that the information was passed to me, or the date that I found this information. So if this was just a couple of days ago, I will select June, let's say 30th from 2020. Of course, that I can add as many sources as I want for a fact. And yes, you should try to look for as many sources as you want or as you can. And here again is the photo place. So again, depending if the citation or the source is vague, like a tombstone, or I sometimes use wedding invitations because or I receive a lot, or emails, and then on the citation text I will write what the email said or what the invitation said. I will add the photo here as the fact. Once you have saved all that, you just can click save and close, and the information is going to be saved for you. Now, what about other sources? What about previous sources that you have? Okay, very easy. Under family tree, you can see under more right here hidden is the sources. Yes, MyHeritage will put here all the sources that you have used or those that MyHeritage created for you. As you can see, the very last one is a smart match. that I have with a specific family tree. And you can see that every smart match with every family tree is a different source. And my source is this family tree for me, and I have used it, or MyHeritage had added automatically to 40 of citations, 40 facts that I have in my tree. And from here, I can actually view, edit, or delete. One more second, because if you don't want to see the sources from smart matches, you can hide them right here, and you can see only other sources that you have created. Now, these ones appear here because I actually have created those from imports, but in your case, you will not see them there. You can sort them by source title or by the citation, and you can see all the citations here, even from the sources from different sites, and you can see that this is going by the amount of citations. You can decide how many you want to see per page. I have decided 5 because it's easier for you to view it here. And if I will search for a specific citation, I can just type it over here and look for it, or I can find more citations just using the search on the top. Now, let's view this source and how it was used. Okay, so here you can see that the title is Smart Match from Smith website. Of course, that I can edit that and I can change anything, remember, from the same format that I showed you before. You see the author of this family tree was Laura Smith. The type is a discovery from a family tree, and it was placed into the family tree, Smith family tree. I can add photos here for this source, and I can have many documents or images added here. And I can see exactly where this source was used. So you see that all those individuals were added, and add via person discovery, and you see here that there is a source citation. If I would like to delete a citation, I can just go here into this area and just click delete citation. Or if I want to delete the source, I can also go and delete the source without any problem. I have one more example for you right here. You can see that this is actually Netherlands civil birth that was added from the search collection thanks to record matches, if I'm not mistaken. You have the description here. As you can see, it can be very extensive without any problem. And here you have the citation that was created with the URL for the record and with the information for that record. I can, of course, click on the name of the person, and right now I am only putting the mouse over and have this pop up, but I can click and MyHeritage will open the profile page for that individual that was mentioned and that has the citation. Now, remember I said that there's another way to get to that page. Well, right from here, and this is the profile page, and I can get there also. Let me go back here to the tree. If I go into the left panel and I click profile, this is the page that I am getting. So I can here edit the profile, and I will get to this page that I show you at the beginning, and just go to all the facts, and you already know this page. Okay, without further ado, and just because I have today very good announcements for you while you type your questions and comments right there. The first one is that starting tomorrow, MyHeritage will open for free all the birth records that we have, and that is a big number, as you can see there. That is more than 1 billion records, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is more than 1 billion records that are going to be free, available at MyHeritage. And I think I don't have that URL in the chat, but I have placed other ones that will be helpful to you. Now, if you want to hear more webinars, we have all of them recorded and live, the upcoming ones during the month of July in Family Tree Webinars, the legacy website for your webinars. So go ahead over there, you have the URL. Also, remember, we have more Ask the Experts. Now during July, oh God, we have only 3 more for to end this month. So very fast. I will need to put here August, and I think we're going to keep on Thursdays only 1 p.m. Eastern time during the month of August. But I have a lot of upcoming guests, so make sure that you visit that URL and you register for the upcoming Ask the Experts. If you cannot wait or you still cannot have enough, the knowledge base of MyHeritage will have a lot of recordings, webinars, Ask the Experts, articles, or downloadable resources that you can use to improve your knowledge of genealogy and MyHeritage. And very good news now, and you know that I'm not a salesperson, but I couldn't let this pass. MyHeritage is offering you a summer DNA sale with only 49 US dollars. For those in Canada, I'm sorry, you will need to do the conversion. For those in Europe, you will need to go to the website to look for the exact price over there, but it's 49 US dollars instead of 79. And a secret for you, if you buy more than 2, the shipping is free. Okay, so thank you very much as always for your interest and your presence here. If you're live, please feel free to write your comments and questions, and I will start answering them right away. If you are here recorded, you're more than welcome, and thank you very much as well. And all your answers should be on myheritage.com/help, which is our frequently asked questions section. This also works if you remember that question just after I close the webinar. So let's see. Teresa, no, sorry, there will be no syllabus for this today, but you will be able to view the recordings as many times as you want. And I hope you don't have any more audio problems. Elaine, how do I attach the actual record of testimony to an individual, oh, Yad Vashem, to an individual profile on my tree? Well, Elaine, very simple. You should or you need to download the image of that page of testimony. And again, I will either create a specific site source for each one of those pages, because you're going to have a lot of information per page, not only about the one person, but also about family. It's kind of, for those who are not familiar with those pages of testimony, it's a summary of the life and death of a person. And it will mention the parents, and it will mention also the person who is providing that information. So the person will be the source. Yad Vashem will actually be the repository, the place where that page of testimony is available. The URL, you will be able to find it very easy, and that will be a page of testimony for X person, Moshe Cohen in that case. And yes, you can have also more than one page of testimony for one person. So you will need to numbers or to identify them in some way, and just upload it as an image for the source as I show you here. Yes, Teresa, the webinar it will be available in probably a few hours, but mostly you're going to receive an email tomorrow with more information about how to view this recording. But I can already tell you it's going to be under the knowledge base in education.myheritage.com. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here. I don't see any more questions. I see a lot of comments. I appreciate very much your comments, and yes, the interview that Lisa Louise Cook made me. If you want to learn a little bit more about me as a person, human being, and a little bit more as a genealogist, you can look for it. I have to admit I haven't seen it yet, but I'm glad that you have enjoyed. Julia, my source do not all have a citation. Some say only number of records. Why is that? Julia, I think that may be because those are coming from the record matches, and something probably happened over there. If you can send me a screenshot so I can look it a little bit better, and you can use the same email reminder that you receive about this session, I would love to see that more in detail and give you the answer. Okay, guys, it's almost 30 minutes past the hour, so it's my time again to thank you for being here, and ask you please to stay safe, take care of yourself and your family, and take advantage of this extra time that we're having these days to do a little bit more of genealogy. Have a lovely day and a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, everybody.